Well, good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Thailand, as you can see. So I think it's time we went a ride on the bike. So there she is. I'm going to be taking her out on her first proper ride with all the cameras on. You can see I've got one on the back, I've got two on the helmet, and I've also got one on the handlebars. And our planned destination today is Phang Nga Town, which is about 92 kilometers away from Phuket, roughly an hour 45 minutes. I'm not going to be racing today, I'm just going to take my time. I'll probably stop Sarasin Bridge area. I'll come back to you once I get there. Okay, welcome back, and we've just passed the airport, so we're in the north part of Thailand, and I'm making my way up to the Sarasin Bridge. For those who don't know the Sarasin Bridge, it's called the gateway to Phuket, and basically it is the bridge that joins the mainland of Thailand to Phuket. We will be passing over that, but first I'm going to have a quick stop so I can fly my drone in that area, because it's a really nice area. There's some beach parts to it. There's also some really good seafood restaurants if you happen to get up this way that you can check out and maybe try. And then once I've flown my drone, I'm not going to spend too much time, just a short flight. We're going to get back on the road and head down into Phang Nga, where I shall be meeting up with a friend that I haven't seen for quite a while. His name's also Tony, so it's going to be the two Tones. And we're going to have a little bit of a chat. He's also going to take us on a little short sightseeing tour of Phang Nga. Phang Nga, very beautiful. Obviously we can't see it all in one day, but we're going to stop at a few places that Tony knows, have a quick look around. Me and Tony are going to have a chat about a trip that I'm planning for next month, going down towards the Malaysian border, because I need to hop out the country and hop back in, and we're going to do a few stops, so we're going to have a talk about that. I've got to say the bike is running superb. I've owned it a couple of months now. Just a couple of minor gripes with the bike, nothing serious. I've noticed that the fuel gauge on the bike is not that accurate, and looking at the forums for Benelli, this is a common problem on the Leoncino 500. It's something to do with the sensors in the tank. They're not very reliable. They can be replaced, but they don't last very long. So I've opted to just trip the kilometers every time I fuel up, and around 200 kilometers I then start looking to fuel the bike again if I'm doing a run. Otherwise locally I just keep the bike topped up. The other minor issue, it's not really anything to worry about, it's just a low RPM, mainly first and second gear. I've noticed the throttle is definitely a little bit snatchy, so it's a little bit on and off, but apart from that I'm absolutely loving the bike. It's way more comfortable than my Kawasaki, a lot more easier to ride, and a lot easier on my body as well, because the suspension's a lot more softer, making it comfortable, and just generally more fun to ride, believe it or not. So really loving it. This is the first sort of proper ride that I've been on with all the cameras running. We did go over to Koh Lak last month, me and Nat, but unfortunately we picked the wrong day and we got absolutely soaked, so I didn't put the cameras on the bike because the weather didn't allow it. Now, going back to today's destination, Phang Nga, of course, was made very famous by the well-known James Bond movie, The Man with the Golden Gun. Everybody knows about the James Bond Island. Also a few other areas. Phang Nga Bay itself, very, very picturesque. However, I do feel that the province is overlooked a little bit because tourists don't realise just how beautiful that area is, and there's so much to explore. Not just the James Bond Island, not just Sumet Nangshi, because that's an area that I have covered in the past. It's been quite a while ago now, it's been about 4 years, so I'm desperate to get back there and do an update video on that area, and also take my drone, because it is absolutely stunning around that area. And hopefully in the next sort of 6 months I'm going to be coming backwards and forwards to this province, showing you a little bit at a time, because it is a very, very large province and there is a lot to see and do. So hopefully you'll look forward to that. Okay, so now we're coming down to the main checkpoint here in Phuket. This is going to be either the last one you come to if you're leaving the island, or the first one if you're arriving, of course. Today it's not manned. Normally morning times, late afternoon, you will find police or immigration at the checkpoint, and occasionally you will get asked for your documentation. But today, no problems, we're through there, and I will be back to you shortly once we arrive at Sarasin Bridge, which is only a few minutes away now. Okay, we're just coming down to the Sarasin Bridge exit. Now you can obviously go straight over the bridge, but I'm going to turn off. There's a little side road. I'm going to pull into there and go down to the actual area underneath the bridge, because that's where I'm going to do some filming and get my drone out, do a short flight, and then we're going to get back on the road and head for Phang Nga. But first, the drone flight.
Sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets
Well, I hope you enjoyed that flight over the Sarasin Bridge area, a lovely part of Phuket. As I mentioned earlier, it's a little underused by tourists simply because they don't know, but it's a fantastic area. It's got some lovely beaches in that area, and also if you love your seafood, then you're going to find some fantastic restaurants as well. Now we're making our way down into Phang Nga, and we're going to be going into Phang Nga Town. It's not a big area by any means. As I mentioned, the province is very large. Once we enter into Phang Nga Town, we're going to make our way to a big supermarket to meet my friend Tony, and then from there we shall go and see a few sites around Phang Nga. So I hope you're enjoying the ride down into Phang Nga. Lovely scenery down this road. A very nice and easy trip to make from Phuket. Okay, well Tony's just sent me a message. He's on his way, so it should be only a few minutes, and then we'll decide on what we're going to be doing from here. This is Phang Nga Town. They've got a nice big supermarket, not massive, but called the Big C. Quite a good supermarket. So if you come in here, you're going to be able to get some stuff from there. If you're staying a couple of nights or more, you can come down here and get some groceries if you need to. I've decided to move over to some shade because it is seriously hot today. Look at that sun. It's really beating down. I parked my bike in the bike area, and I ought to have parked it up here really. This will allow me to stand in a little bit of shade until Tony gets here, because I can feel the heat. My hat's in my bag, so I'll be careful with the old bald head. Don't want to be burning her. Okay, I think he's just arriving. This is him here. He's just pulling up. So we'll go and say hello. I haven't seen him for a while. Let's see what we're going to get up to. Not quite sure yet. Tony, how are we doing? Yeah, not bad, mate. What a beautiful day.
Yeah, yesterday I went to Tai Muang yesterday.
Yeah?
Done the national park. I just nearly finished the video. And
the new bike?
Nice.
Go and have a look.
Yeah.
So after a short chat with Tony, we're off on our way again, and Tony's going to take us to see a few of the local sites in this area. So stay tuned, we've got a few things coming up. But first, the short ride to the first destination.
Yeah, this is just like a little cave with some Thai art on it.
Oh, right, okay.
Is that alright?
Yeah, whatever. I don't mind.
Over there, and then we'll go that way. The twist is, you can see the viewpoint, but I don't think we can go up it. And then there's like a lagoon, like a turquoise lagoon. Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we are at the moment. I didn't even know this place existed, but that's a nice looking lake. Little places to sit. I suppose you could bring a little bit of food down. I dare say that's what you do. And eat town, you can bring a little bit of food and relax.
You certainly can. There's a place here, or you can sit here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
a bit of Thai art locally in Phang Nga Town.
Do the locals swim in there as well, Tom? Sorry, cab?
Sorry, cab.
I don't know whether he's going to jump in there or not. Not quite sure. It looks like he's planning on.
Yeah, when the river sort of overflows over there, the river comes through and all the kids you see and then they're just jumping in and like I used to do as a kid in England, jump in the canals.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Yeah, I want to spend a little bit more time around Phang Nga and do a bit of exploring, maybe come and spend a few days here, bring Nat if I can, or just come on my own. I mean, the hotels here are cheap as chips town, to be honest. I was looking.
There's a couple of new ones that are opened up.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's low season.
Yeah, really cheap to stay in this area. It's beautiful. If you're after scenery, then you're going to be hard pushed to beat Phang Nga, to be honest. It's a very underestimated province, I would say. Oh, I can see. I don't know whether that's art or graffiti, is it?
There's more over here.
Ah, okay. So.
It's just a little, you know, place in Phang Nga, and we've got a little
Yeah.
sign here.
Yeah, but there's a lot of places in Phang Nga Bay as well to discover, isn't there? A lot of places. Yeah, you can just, yeah, into the stone. But a lot of the trips don't do Phang Nga justice, to be fair, because obviously the main one is the James Bond Island. We've got PP, but there's so much more here in
Nanchi. Forgotten province, I think.
Yeah.
You've got Khao Lak, which people know, and James Bond Island, but it's a massive province. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
beautiful.
I want to spend some time and definitely do a little bit of exploring around here because it's local to Phuket. We're only an hour and a half, depending on how fast you're going, away from Phuket. It's not a million miles and it's a beautiful
For me,
place.
It's 40 minutes to the gateway.
Yeah, yeah,
Then depending obviously where you live in Phuket.
yeah. So for me it's about an hour and a half, to be honest. Depends on how I'm driving, but beautiful. So maybe a place you want to come and discover Phang Nga. This is obviously very close to Phang Nga Town. Okay, so where are we, Tom?
You got me there. I forgot the name of it. It's a viewpoint, unfortunately, as you can see.
Yeah.
The Thais don't tend to maintain things, but normally you can get right at the top, and you still get a good view from here, but obviously a better view up there.
I mean, look at the scenery here. Absolutely stunning. It is. Wow. And the road just down there is what we've come along, and Tony calls it the Twisties. I have ridden along it a long time ago on the Kawasaki, about 4 years ago, when I was riding with the groups. But just look at the scenery here. This is what Phang Nga is all about. Now, you'll have to excuse me a little bit with the filming, because I'm carrying my helmet because of all the camera gear, and I don't have to keep taking it off. I've got a bag on my back as well, and it's not the easiest when we're trying to film on the go. I'm trying to decide on what I need and what I don't. Another guy up here looks like a Kawi. ZXR.
A little bit of Mayong song, a very short version of it obviously, but a little bit of
ZX10R. Nice.
stuff.
Well, that would be sweet to go. Been
Yeah.
twice in the north and just looking forward to the third time.
Yeah, I went down to
Nice bike,
Betong on the
nice
lazy
bike.
board.
So lots of these viewpoints around in Phang Nga. There's lots of places to explore, as I say. Not quite sure where we're going next. Okay, so we've just arrived. I'm not quite sure where we are, to be honest. Come to have a look at the lake.
We've got to move
Oh, okay.
in there.
We're back in a minute. We've got to move because the lady with the shop is asking us we parked in the wrong place. Okay, so we moved the bikes. As you can see, just moved them back in a little bit. There's a few stalls there selling drinks and a little bit of food, bamboo, sticky rice in bamboo. We're going to have a look at this place. This is really where the locals come. Is that right, Tom? The locals come here?
Yeah, this is actually private land. So, but the guy opens the gates up at weekends and lets people come in, doesn't charge anything, and you'll see.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I can already see the corner of it now. It's like an emerald colour. Very nice. Do they swim in here, Tom?
No, never seen anyone in there.
Never seen anybody swimming. There's quite a few of these scattered around Phang Nga and Krabi province. There's one where my wife comes from, Tarang. There's a large one there that I visited some time ago. If you have a look on the channel that I filmed, I don't know which channel it's actually on now, whether it's on the Bald and Board channel or whether it's on the Thailand Tony channel, but that is very, very emerald. Wow, the colour's amazing.
Yeah, it's a limestone, I think.
Yeah, beautiful colour. See how clear it is down there, just down there. You can really see how
I'd
clear.
like to dive in that.
Yeah, that's why I said, can you swim in it? But obviously,
I've never seen anyone in it.
Yeah, I don't know how
I just
safe
got a
it
little
is.
bit of footage, like, and I send it to you. So, like, you're filming, but the back of you, sort of thing. So
Okay.
you can flip between the two. It's pretty stunning.
Yeah, so
I
you can.
think sometimes people bring their own tents and they sit here for the day. All
Yeah, I would imagine it'd be quite a good place to camp, actually. Yeah, because there's some spots down here right by the water. I wonder whether there's any fish in there. Whether you could fish.
I don't know what the limestone
Yeah.
is to give it that colour.
Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. Nice little spots. That's why I say it's good to have a little bit of an insider knowledge. Obviously, I don't know Phang Nga, not well anyway. Tony does because he lives here, as I mentioned before. So it's always good to have a little bit of an insider knowledge to find these places, because otherwise you're just never going to stumble across them by accident. They're just hidden away. You wouldn't even know they're there, but they are fantastic. Seems a popular place for people taking pictures as well. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. Somebody 15 there. Is it 15 or 21? I don't know what it's. I'm not sure which way round she got it.
Go right to the end. You've got the rocks and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
beautiful place.
It's nice and cool because of all the tree line.
Yeah, you got a bit of shade here.
Yeah, it's nice.
Be nice to bring a little bit of food and drink.
Yeah.
Oh, screams picnic, doesn't
Bit
it?
of moo ping.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video and found it a little bit different to my normal content in this run out from Phuket down into Phang Nga, somewhere I recommend you explore if you have the opportunity. Thanks to Tony, wherever he is, over there. Thanks for Tony for showing me around, and I will put his channel in the description down below, so go and check his channel out, because again, we're all different in our styles and the way we do our channel, so it's always good to check out a few. And I guess that's it, guys. I'm not going to film the journey back to Phuket because it's only going to be the same as the journey coming here. So until next time, you stay cool and I'll speak to you soon.